Hey guys, Joshua Zamora here in another session inside of the Samurai Dojo with Mark Bishop, and I am extremely excited to have him on here. We're going to be talking about a very, very cool strategy that he's discovered to make some very quick commissions with a strategy that takes no more than an hour to two to get completed from start to finish. And I'm really excited to share this with you because, I mean, not only is he making a lot of money with this, but he's got a ton of students that have also been able to replicate what he's put together to accomplish this kind of, I'd like to say, a little sniper system because anyone can do this. It doesn't take that much time or effort or experience to get it done. And Mark is here to walk us through how to do that. And of course, he's put together a great kind of blueprint of how you can do this, and we'll be talking about that later on in the interview. But Mark, thank you for coming on here. Before we get started, let's kind of give people an overview of how you got started online. Like, what were you doing before you were, got into this whole internet marketing thing?
Hey Josh, well, 3 years ago, almost to the day, I was a self-employed plumber here in the UK, fixing leaks, unblocking this and unblocking that, and not a very, I don't know, not a lovely job. Paid all right, but it wasn't great. And while I was doing that, I was also building up my niche marketing business because that's basically where I started online. So yeah, I spent quite a long time building it up, and like everybody else, I made a load of mistakes to begin with, but I got better at it. And the way I got better at it really was through the use of like systems, much like LA2. I'm one of those people that I really need, a checklist. So I need to follow steps in order to sort of to get things to work for myself. Otherwise, I just wander and things don't work out for me. So yeah, I kind of set about putting systems together, and that's basically what I've done, and that's helped me be successful as a niche marketer. LE2 being one of them.
Awesome, awesome. And a couple of things that I noticed there is, although for some people 3 years might sound like a lot, 3 years is really not that much of a time frame if you really look at it. So, I mean, if there's anyone watching that you've been kind of working at this for a while, I mean, keep pushing forward because don't worry about the time difference. I know when I started, I kind of felt like I was rushing to trying to like get to success, but it's going to come to everyone at a different time frame. So just got to keep pushing forward. And another thing is the systems as well, because I'm the same. I when I go through a course, I want to make sure that it's something that I can go through and follow step by step. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
And how did you actually come across niche marketing? Because I know when I started, there was a bunch of stuff that I was trying to do, and then finally I locked down into one. So what caught your attention about niche marketing and SEO and that stuff? And how did you actually fall into that?
Well, like everybody, I suppose, Joshua, I tried a bit of everything, and I tried this and it didn't work. I did AdWords and that didn't work, and I did, just tried everything. But I was trying to do everything at the same time, and that's really sort of, one of the big reasons why so many people sort of fail and give up, because they just try everything, But I got to be honest, with the niche marketing thing, it was just more luck than judgment. I read a book or a PDF online, and it looked interesting. It made sense to me, sort of like eager niches, desperate niches. They were going to be easier to crack than, say, like a diet niche, for example, or, the make money online niche. So, yeah, I just had a go at it, and, I had some limited success, but I could see, the potential there, and I kind of built on that.
Awesome, awesome. And let's talk about that. And then we can kind of lead into more about the whole system that you've put together. But those niche markets, what are those kind of niche markets that you like to focus on that are maybe easier than those bigger markets because that most people want to go after? What are those?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you say, I mean, everybody wants to go after the huge markets, which is all well and good, but everybody's trying to do that, and the guys that have been in the business for a long time are good at that. if you're just coming online and you're trying to crack those markets, then you might as well just jump back off and get a job, because it's not going to work. But with the smaller, hungrier niches, if you like, where people need solutions and answers, especially when it's something that they can or they want to search online for, then those are the perfect kind of niches. I mean, with the LA2 course, I've got a case study in there which is over 12 months old, and that's in a cold sore niche. It's selling a cold sore solution. Now, these all sound like silly niches, but believe me, this case study, I set it up in March 2013, so that's well over a year now. 2 hours it took me to set it up, $15, and that's stuck to page one for almost the entire time. In fact, I could screen share with you now, and you could see it, and it's still there.
Yeah, please. If you can go ahead and show it, and that's.
Well, I will try that. I'll try that, Josh, and
see if you can. If we don't break the internet, because with Google Hangouts, I've been known to.
Yeah. And I'm not great with this either. I always mess it up. So I'm just going to give it a go now.
All right, and that's awesome. I mean, that's another thing that it seems like this system that you've set up has longevity. For something to be ranking for 12 months straight, that is amazing, because you're going to be, that's the thing that I always kind of talk about with my subscribers as well, is to go after those evergreen niches that you can rank for and stay ranking for.
Yeah.
And you can work other monetization strategies in between that, but if you can also focus your main goal on the evergreen stuff, that is where the real money is, because you're going to get paid on that over time.
Well, this is completely passive, and I'm going to apologise now because I've messed it up again. But,
that's okay. We could just continue talking.
Yeah. And, I mean, what I'm going to do is, hold on a second there, Josh. I'm just going to paste this key phrase into the chat box there. And
all right. So, how to get rid of a cold sore overnight? Awesome.
Yeah.
That's the keyword. Perfect. Let me go ahead and see if I can do this without breaking it.
So, I mean, I'm in the UK, so for me, that phrase and the press release, or the case study press release, is showing up number 9 on page 1 for that phrase, and it's the press release platform is Before It's News.
Awesome. So, and that's, can you walk us kind of through that? So, how did you come about, coming across the fact, okay, I want to go after cold sore? What went into the thought process that you wanted to go after that niche?
Well, again, I just kind of go after these weird and unusual niches. I actually set this one up because it wasn't the greatest niche in the world. It wasn't the hungriest niche in the world. I mean, you can wander into a chemist and buy something for a cold sore over the counter, can't you? Obviously, in America, that's a pharmacist, isn't it? But you know what I mean. And I did this just to demonstrate that it could be done, and you could make money out of, even not the greatest niche in the world. So yeah, the first lazy affiliate product that I put out in 2013 was actually given away as a bonus for another product, and yeah, this case study was set up for that, just to demonstrate that it could be done and how easy it could be done.
Awesome.
And it's still there.
Yeah.
And, it's made me over $1,200.
That is awesome, and it took you no more than 2 hours to complete that, right?
That's it, yeah.
That's amazing. If you just calculate your return on time invested, that's just insane. And that's one thing that I look at as well, is how much time is this going to take me and how much potential of money in there, and that's almost $600 per hour that you're making with that. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's not just me either. As I said, I taught a bunch of people to do this back in November 2013. Some of them have actually had more success with it than I have. So it's something that can be replicated. It's something that anybody can do. It's not difficult to do. I mean, the 2 hours, what we're talking about there is 2 hours to actually write the press release. If you wanted to outsource it, then it would take you no time at all, because if you just outsourced the press release writing, The $15 are outsourced tasks. So $5 for press release distribution, and $5 for a special gig that I use to boost the PRs to the top of Google.
That's awesome. And typically, how long are you seeing for these press releases to get ranked in Google?
It really depends on the key phrase. Obviously, if you choose your product, your key phrase right, which everybody teaches in any course, then, you know, with an optimized press release, you're going to be on there, once it's been distributed, you're going to be on there in a matter of days, sometimes hours.
That's awesome. And that's the thing, because, you know, I do a lot of video marketing, and, you know, I always find myself going up against the press release marketers, you know, that, and it seems like, boom, they shoot up there so fast. Sometimes, you know, published an hour ago, published 2 hours ago.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I've always wanted to learn how they do that, because, and the other thing is that they get kind of their own box, you know, the news box, and it just shoots up right above everything.
Yes.
So that's something that's always interested me, and it's like, man, how are these guys getting up there? Because even with video, it's tough to puncture that news box.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, that really falls down to sort of syndication. I mean, I'm using just a Fiverr provider. Obviously, I provide the details in the course, and they're using the platforms that we would normally pay, you know, a hefty monthly fee for. But obviously, you're only paying $5 when you need to have a press release outsourced, or sorry, distributed. So, you know, so you've got none of the recurring monthly costs, and they just blast it out there, and it goes out to a number of the leading platforms. Now, what I tend to do is I look for the one that leads. So you're only ever going to get one that really sticks. So you look for the one that leads, and then you boost that one particular, and let the others fall off. And that way, that one should rise to the top, and it should stay there, like the case study has.
Awesome. And just a quick question about the actual press release. Now, when you get that written, you can write it yourself or get it outsourced. Do you do your monetization right from the press release, or are you linking to a money site that then links to the affiliate site? How are you handling that?
Okay, so when I released the Lazy Affiliate, the original one back in November 2013, I was actually direct linking then. Okay, so I was actually pre-selling actually on the press release, which was great. But then the press release platform started to clamp down on that, and that really isn't working as well as it was, you know, 12 months ago. But one of the reasons I thought, well, you know, I'm going to revisit this was because of that. But then when I sort of delved into it, I thought, well, I can make this so much better. So what we're doing now is it's so much easier to write a press release, because it needs to be that much shorter. We're still aiming for buying phrases, and we're still ranking for that, but we're using those positions at the top of Google as gateways. So what's happening there is we're including details of incentives and stuff like that, and then the traffic is being funneled right back to a specific style of landing page where we do the pre-selling. And we're also using incentives, much like we do in the internet marketing industry, such as bonuses. But in niche markets, it's really uncommon to do that. So by offering these incentives, we've already sort of got targeted traffic. They're already interested in a product or a solution to some sort of problem. So they're going to be more inclined to buy through our link. And then what happens then is we're able to actually build a buyers list, even though we're just an affiliate. Because we've got those incentives on the page, they go off, they buy through our link, and then they have to come back with their transaction number, and then on the bridge page, which is an opt-in page basically, they have to enter their details and their transaction number in order to receive the additional bonuses or incentives. So yeah, you convert higher because you're offering additional value. They're already interested in that particular product or a solution to a specific problem. So they're there for a very good reason. They're not just browsers.
Yeah.
and we're convincing them to buy. Conversions can go up by as much as 300%. That's what I've noticed in my experience. And then obviously we're getting to build a buyer's list as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's beautiful because that's one thing that I talk about all the time is to always be building your list, regardless of where your traffic is coming from. Always funnel them to somewhere that you can build your list. So that's amazing that you're actually doing that as well. And I've seen the very same thing as well. That when you send, because some people are so quick to direct link, and I think it's just out of laziness to be quite honest with you because. Once you actually send to a pre-sale page, your conversions actually skyrocket, just like you said. I mean, because you control that whole page and you can optimize it, you can do a bunch of stuff to increase your conversion, so that once they actually click on the link to buy, they're already sold. So for those of you that are always having that itch to want to direct link, it only takes a few more minutes to set up a pre-sale page, and your conversions are going to be that much better.
I think we all start off. We all want to make the fast buck, and we all want a direct link, and we all want that instant commission. But it's very short-sighted, and in this sort of business, we have to be thinking of the long game, really, because once you've got a list of people, it doesn't matter what niche it is. I spoke to somebody earlier, and I'm going to mention this here, but it was a hives urticaria, which is a skin condition, and I did the same thing there, and I built only a very small list, and they'd already bought this product because they were on my buyers list. But then I just, I blasted out an email just to test it out with a market health product. I made an extra 400 quid just for that mailing, or around about $400. So that's definitely
awesome.
worth doing.
Yeah, and that's the power of the email list, that you like quadruple the customer value because they're on your list, and not just on the list of whatever product it is that you're promoting, that that vendor that you're promoting. So just a few questions that I know may pop up from some people on my list is, you're in the UK. Have you used this system, this press release system and $15 system to rank in the US as well, or your students? I know you've got a ton of students that have gotten success. And I'm sure maybe not all of them are from the UK, right? This works.
No, I mean, they're from everywhere, Josh. I mean, I'm looking from the UK, but I often sort of check my rankings incognito in the incognito window. So I think that's pretty much standard, isn't it? And there, I mean, I spoke to somebody earlier. I think the press release was actually on just at the top of page 2 in Turkey. I couldn't say what it is in America, but this works anywhere.
Awesome, yeah, and I mean, I can attest to that because just like I was saying before, anytime I'm putting together a new video marketing campaign and I'm here in the US, and those press release guys, man, it's always there, and it's always that thing that I have to puncture through. But now, once I pick up your system, it's going to be a lot easier for me because I'll be able to dominate not with just the press releases, but also the video marketing. So let's go ahead and kind of just dive into the meat and potatoes of the product. What's the name of it? You've already kind of mentioned it a little bit. When's it coming out? What are people getting? Is it video? Is it PDF? Any resources? What's all included in the Lazy Affiliate system?
Okay, Joshua. Okay, so it's LA2 for short, and that stands for obviously the Lazy Affiliate 2.0. It's 12 videos, 12 main course videos. We have 4 additional videos. One of those is a graphics video which tells you how to put together your own unique incentives or bonuses. There's 2 videos in there that show additional proof because I've built another case study inside the course so people are able to see where that ranks. There's also 4 supplementary PDFs, and the whole thing goes live on Monday, November the 24th.
Perfect. And at what time is that going?
That will be 11, which is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Perfect. Alrighty. And are you having any sort of early bird, or is there an early bird that I can send to
yes, I will be. I will be Kicking off 1 hour early, Joshua.
Okay, awesome. So
Okay, so
I'll keep that a little bit under wraps, and I'll let my subscribers know about that. So if you're watching this, be on the lookout for my email on Monday at 10-ish or so. You'll be able to get in there a little bit earlier and get access to the Lazy Affiliate system. And pretty much, guys, I mean, I'm going to be going through this myself, and just from what I've seen and the success of his students, it's a no-brainer, guys. You're going to be able to learn how to get to the first page of Google for just a small investment of $15, and you'll be able to shoot your press releases to the first page. And a lot of times, you're going to be getting a huge ROI on that money. A lot of his students have, gone on to make, I've seen just some of the proof, $1,000 from just one press release. And again, it doesn't take more than an hour or two to do, so it's very worth your time to not only learn this system but to implement it as well, because that's the kind of thing that I love, is things that don't take that much of my time, where I can just do it, boom, make money, and then go on to the next campaign and just continue duplicating it over and over and over again. That's one thing that I love about video. So Mark, thank you for being here. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this myself, just because, like I said, anytime I'm putting together a video marketing campaign and I see that little box that says, news, it's always irritating, because I know I'm going to have to work that much harder to get above them. But now I won't have to, because I can know how to get there. So do you have any final words that you'd like to say before we go ahead and close this off?
Well, I'd just like to reiterate, really, that this is completely passive and hands-off. Once you've got your project up and running, then there's nothing else to do. There's no tweaking, there's no maintenance, there's nothing at all. So it's 2 hours to write your press release. You might get it down to an hour, or you might want to outsource it. Obviously, that would be an additional fee, but the only other costs are the $15. That's it. There's nothing else to pay for. So 2 hours, $15, passive income.
That's amazing. And guys, just make sure you look out for my email. Make sure you download this and get access to this. It's a very, very powerful system, and especially right now, when we're going to get the huge flood of holiday traffic, and also the huge flood of the everybody's New Year's resolutions, when they want to lose weight in the new year. There's going to be a huge flood, and I keep talking about this because it's just a huge time in affiliate marketing right now, and over the next 4 to 5 months, when everybody's on their health kick and stuff like that. So perfect time to get access to this. Yeah, awesome, Mark. So thank you, guys. Look out for my email and also the bonuses that will be right below this video. And I look forward to you being able to access this system. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Joshua.